Today I am at a quaint little park near my home in Philadelphia, and we're talking about forgiveness. Here we go. Hello everyone, and welcome to Freedom Friday, where you learn how to free yourself and live your dreams. I'm Darienne from DariaWaken.com, and I decided to go on a little nature walk with little Miss Meadow Rylan, who is right behind the camera, staring at me like I'm crazy. So today we're actually doing a Q&A. We had someone ask us on one of my videos, I can't even remember which one it was, probably the Power of the Empath one, I believe, and I think her name was Comrade Baby. I think she's the one that asked this question about struggling with forgiveness, and I know that this is something that I struggled with in the past, and I think we all struggle to forgive, but for me, I really struggled with being able to let go of the past, and it was just such a struggle, and I carried it with me, and I just could not let go. Not even could I not let go, I had no clue how to. So I want to kind of address that, and I want to address a few things in the very long question that she asked, and I told her I could probably make multiple videos to answer the question, and don't mind any of the noise in the background. I forgot to bring my condenser mic, so you're going to be picking up all the beautiful nature sounds and the sounds of some guy building his deck right over yonder. So that's the beauty of living in the Philadelphia suburbs, that we're all close together, condensed. Okay, so forgiveness. There are a lot of people in your life, in everyone's lifetime, that are going to do you dirty. And I've had some people do me dirty. Some things that seem to be really unforgivable, and we don't want to forget it. We don't want to let it go, and we hold that. Even if we, quote, forgive, we hold that little bit of cynicism that says, I may forgive you, but I'm never going to trust your ass. And it's just, it's like a hardening of the heart, if I could explain it in the best way I possibly could. So we don't want to live with that, because what do they say? Resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You're holding all of that inside of you. So the first thing I want to say is to take responsibility for your own emotions. They are attached to a person, and we blame another person, but it's your responsibility. You're choosing to be really pissed off. You're choosing to hold that anger. You're choosing to hold the resentment. And it's not going to mess up their day one way or another, whether you choose to let it go or not. It's not like you have actual laser dagger eyes that can hurt them when you stare at them. That doesn't work. And trying to hurt them just as much as they hurt you may give you a simple sense of satisfaction, but at the end of the day, you're still pissed off, and whether they are or not doesn't really help you. So the first thing I would say is take responsibility for your own emotions. Really separate all of your emotions from the blame that you have on other people, and just say, okay, this is my anger, this is my joy that I'm choosing to, or lack thereof, that I'm choosing to harness in my energetic space, and I'm continuing to fuel that. So think about that for one. The next thing I would say is that everything that anyone has ever or will ever do to you has nothing to do with you. That's a really big one that I have to constantly remind myself, because listen, and it's always the people that we have closest to us that we have those bigger issues with, you know, thin line between love and hate. So y'all know I got them baby daddy issues. But it's perfect, because I'm learning to forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive. But having to stop and say, okay, whatever he or she just did, it really has nothing to do with me. And whatever I'm feeling, this is the next thing, really has nothing to do with them. So the fact that you're getting offended by something probably dates back to something somebody did to you years ago, or some idea you had in your head that if anybody ever did that to you, then you would be offended by it. But it's yours. And whatever they do to you is theirs. So when you realize that, you can kind of, it's really, I think forgiveness is about just separating yourself and taking yourself outside of the situation, because you can't really see clearly when you are stuck in it and you're taking it personally. So don't take it personally when people do you dirty, okay? Now, I think the next thing for me would be that forgiveness, it is about letting go. And how I've had to learn to let go of things was actually the complete opposite of what I thought letting go was. I thought letting go was pushing things away and resisting. And what I learned letting go is really embracing. And once you embrace, there's this sort of like, if you think about it, if you're trying to push something away, your hands are together, there's a lot of dense energy. But if you're embracing something, your arms open up, right? Your whole energetic space opens up, and what happens is everything that needs to be let go of just sort of floats away. So more relaxing into it, easing into it. That's how you decide to let it go. Accept it. And there's a lot that might say, no, I can't accept it. I can't accept it. They did this to me. And just realize that what you're experiencing has nothing to do with them, and what they're experiencing has nothing to do with you. And then the next tip about forgiveness for me would be that it is a moment-to-moment decision that has to be made. Sometimes, like I have, some people, a certain someone in my life that in my eyes is always doing me dirty, but of course that's my own experience, and so I have to make a conscious decision to forgive them. It seems like every hour on the hour. And it's really just my spirit sort of saying, hey Darienne, remember, you're taking things too personally. Remember who you really are. You're acting from the ego. So when you are getting offended, and I know that there are some, it seems a little bit too simple to let something go that could be that big if somebody did you that dirty. Trust me, I get it. But it's as simple as deciding to forgive and let it go. So if you have any more questions, of course, I encourage you guys to put them down in the comments below. I hope that I helped Conrad baby. I hope that I helped answer at least a little bit of your questions so that I can help you to set yourself free, because it really is all about you, and their experience is all about them. So let them handle that, and you just clean up your own side of the street, They don't have to be responsible for your happiness. You can be responsible for your happiness. So I hope that helped everybody else. As always, make sure you follow me all throughout social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mostly am on Facebook and Instagram. I really don't go on Twitter, like at all. So find me there. Lots of pictures of Miss Meadow Rylan on my Instagram. Go check them out. And of course, subscribe if you want to get these juicy little spiritual advice tips to help free yourself and live your dreams. Hit that button and you will get these every single week on Freedom Friday. And some more juicy stuff I have in the works. All right, there it is. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Mwah.